Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Mike. Today's topic I'd like to discuss is about when the narcissist hasn't healed themselves. If this video content resonates with you or you relate to it, please give it a like, smash the thumbs up, comment on your thoughts and opinions and wisdom, and please subscribe. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Now let's get into it. Now, hopefully, as you're consuming this content and as I'm discussing this matter at hand, that you're out of said relationship, that abusive relationship, narcissistic abusive relationship, dysfunctional one, all of the above. That is my greatest hope for anybody who watches my videos. I genuinely mean it. That's why I continue to do what I do. Now, I get in certain situations wherein you're tethered to the narcissist, whether it be an ex-spouse, soon-to-be ex, family member, i.e. family member, business associate, toxic co-worker, colleague, neighbor, you get it. You don't always have the option to just tap out immediately. I never really thought about it until I never thought about it. The fact, when it happened, it just had to happen. It all hits you like a ton of bricks. Relocating, changing your addresses, emails, numbers, whatever you had to do, you do it. At least that's what was my situation. That was my experience. It's never a pleasant thing, certainly not. It's an act of disloyalty at the narcissist's true colors show right in front of you after all these months, years that you spent together. And the narcissist's true colors will show who they are, show you who they are. Others may even know about it, but I digress. But when is that revealed? You probably knew within yourself that, there were too many red flags. Something just didn't add up. Something didn't add up. Okay? They can never say sorry. They don't feel sorry. They're only sorry about you catching on to them. Okay? Until you had a spine and a backbone and you said no more, narcissist, and thus you closed the entire book upon that narcissist or that toxic person who had done you wrong. Okay? And like I've been saying before, their chickens will come back to roost. It's only a matter of time before you know it or not that you pop back on to their radar somehow, some way, into their teeny tiny little brain of mush. Whether that be a trigger like a cologne, perfume, or a certain TV show that the narcissist liked, music, whatever. But we at this point, we have processed things hopefully and not ruminated, or at least you're on the healing path and you're processing things day by day at your own pace, and that's all you really need to do. Keep going. Don't get discouraged. If I can do it, you can do it, certainly. I wouldn't know about all your individual certain circumstances with the narcissist. That I would be able to guess, because narcissists are not all cut from the same cloth. Okay, some have always been this way. Some become it over time, I should say, whether, they learned it from a family member or a shady group of friends, something like that. Failed marriage, the narcissistic ex-spouse of theirs. Narcissists often like to surround themselves with other people, and the only other people who they like to surround themselves with, other than narcissists like themselves, is with educated empaths who, can see through the mask and identify a narcissist from a mile away. Okay? Some may attempt to suck you in back for another round of abuse sometimes, or mistreatment, which is called the Hoover. and I've done many videos related to the Hoover. It was my very first video, and never accept the Hoover. I still stand by that, and I will keep going with that until the day I die, until I cease to be, okay? Never accept the Hoover. As I've said before countless times, never accept the Hoover if you should receive one, because not every narcissist attempts to suck you back in. It's never in good faith. You'll just be willingly subjecting yourself to more shenanigans, trying to keep it clean here, probably of which will be more destructive than the first time around. In fact, that's a fact. The narcissists get supply off of your vulnerability, whether they can trigger you somehow, like around the holidays when they try to Hoover you, to see if you snap like a twig, through manipulation games like gaslighting, blame shifting, guilt tripping, projection, many more ways. Whatever the matter, though, if you're an educated empath, if you're a survivor, if you're a thriver, if you're a warrior, a genuinely good human being, an educated empath, which is even better than an empath, because we are no longer, just chronic people pleasers. I was like that for a number of years, and now I'm much more at peace within myself. Unlike the narcissist, who is a creature within a mindset of nothingness. Okay? You will know better than to accept a Hoover, especially after having to go through it yourself. It's a God-given truth. I'm an open book. Read me. The narcissist's life is all about them. Them, me, I. And it always has to be them first. They can't ever be selfless for a minute. And they don't care who they hurt or how they hurt. We know that by now, obviously. The narcissist also never knows or understands the word no. No is a complete sentence. N-O. 2 letters, no. Formulates a complete sentence, and they can't understand it. The simple word no. And whenever you say no, whether you discovered what lied behind the mask or not, who lies like Pinocchio behind that foolish mask of destruction, the narcissist will drop you like a disposable inanimate object. Okay, they will use it against you. They will claim that you weren't there for them, all sorts of stuff. They will drop you like a disposable object, like a cancerous smoke of slow destruction, of burnt smoke from all the bridges that they've burned and blew up senselessly to no return. The narcissist can't heal themselves because they live in the past constantly. I'm almost certain you've been triangulated. Somebody, whether the stranger or person to you had been a friend or a flying monkey of the narcissist, a so-called ex, wink wink, or even a family member of theirs who they harbor resentment towards. I get it. I've said time and time again, estrangement from family is not always unhealthy. Once you set a life for yourself, you just have to go about your own business. And narcissists, whether they're related to you or not, blood isn't always thicker than water. Okay? That's what they fail to realize. Now, am I saying that everyone estranged from family are automatically red flags, or that person in question is a narcissist or a two-faced person? Absolutely not. I just said it right now. I've been through narcissistic abuse, and I've seen it within my own family and through others, failed relationships, people who've told me that they loved me. Some were non-narcissistic. I reminisce upon the good times. But the narcissist only wants to be there for you during the good, whenever you are in that honeymoon stage, and they'll just discard you from their lives for, you catch on to them, as I said. They're nothing but trouble. Someone who really loves you will actually, encourage you, say they love you, they say that they care for you, even when times are tough. And I miss those times. I will never forget those people. That's called, reminiscing, not ruminating. It changes your whole perspective in general, and your trust level is on the near empty side. It's certainly reserved. You're on the right side of caution here. Understandably so. It took a mountain of work on my end for me to process and not ruminate the past, present, and what is to come. Only worry about here and now, in the moment. The narcissist lives for the moment. Okay? The ball is now in our court, at least for me. I pray that whatever your story or circumstances are, become just a microscopic dot on your narc radar. It's nothing more than a memory. The narcissist is nothing more than a memory. Or that abusive relationship in general. And then that dot vanishes out of sight. And it's nothing but just a bad dream, like I said. But you're awake, you're accountable, you're able to live in the moment and not for the moment. The narcissist can never live in the moment with you or anybody else, including a potential new fuel source, enabler, etc., because they play the same games and implement the same useless tactics, which got them stuck into that hole, that rabbit hole, that cesspool of rumination, overthinking what once was and how they can't simply move on. They're not nostalgic or anything. They just simply cry and whine about the past like an incessant crybaby who didn't get what they wanted. Alright, so with all that said, get back in line. Narcissists, you're certainly not waiting for me. I'm not waiting for you, or if you do, you're a pathetic, weak creature who hasn't got over yourself. You haven't healed yourself. You'll never be able to heal yourself. You are nothing more than just a weak creature. You're nothing more or less than the gum underneath my shoe, and then deeper, lower. The narcissist is a perpetual victim. They're not a survivor. They lack any accountability or judgment or introspection. They can't see beyond their, they can't see beyond their nose. Excuse me. Their tactics will fail over and over again. Their looks will fade, and they'll become an aging narcissist. They can't embrace the gray hairs. They can't embrace the aging process. They just have to whine and cry about what once was. The end result of taking anything and everything for granted, every person who ever gave a damn in the first place, but as chosen ones now, the chosen ones who've grown, healed, introspected, as people who have lived through it, people who have actually gone through it, people who actually value the truth and transparency over the lying, the cheating, the deceiving, the manipulating that they did and will continue to do, but it won't be with you. We've done the work ourselves, and now we're educated empaths, the survivors and thrivers and the warriors, and now we have a shot at being happy again. We have a new beginning, especially if all your benevolence, you're banking upon what could have or should have been a normal relationship with a supposedly normal person, we move on. And we have been nothing much more, if any, to say, because the narcissist is just gone. They are left in that dark cesspool of ruminating that once was. And that's about it. How they cause these beautiful, bright people to leave and exit because they know better about the narcissist, whether it was emotional, verbal, mental, financial, and even physical abusive relationship. I certainly know. I've been through it all. Not to pity play here, but the fact is, abuse is abuse. And the narcissist will never see the error of their ways, as if they ever cared to. So they can't heal themselves. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna sign out now. that said, I'm going to conclude this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If this video relates with you, you can relate to it. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, you know, I want you to gain the strength to see past what once was, the past, the devastation that they left behind it, but you must embrace radical acceptance. You must remain vigilant, yet still maintain your good, strong traits, like having empathy, taking accountability. Don't let the narcissist ruin all that on you. Live life to the fullest. Live in the moment, not for the moment. Because guess what? The narcissist can't ever heal themselves. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.